Where there's wheel spin, there's horsepower, and there's no shortage of either here. You're watching Australia's fastest GTST Skyline, the handiwork of Mick Spanik from Gold Coast-based Sub-Zero Performance.
It's done a 10.6 down a quarter mile at 127. It's still a 2.5. It's actually the quickest 2.5 in the country. It's basically standard. All we've done is put forged pistons in it. There's no headwork, there's no cams, there's no springs, no valve. There's nothing actually internal in the actual internal of the engine to make it power.
Despite an apparently empty engine, the power comes from a GCG turbo running 30 psi, external wastegate and a large custom plenum. Putting the power to the ground is a Hugo's Racematic 3-speed auto. But why not fit a GTR engine in the first place?
You can, but you know it's going to make power and it's no challenge. I mean, you get a 2.5, no one's done it, everyone's tried to do it. And then we come out with a record and everyone's looking at it and going, well, how come a GTR engine can't do it?
But the GTST's biggest restriction was the standard intake manifold and plenum.
At about 12 pounds of boost, anything above that, we weren't making much increase in power. For every pound of boost you should get 10 horsepower. We weren't making nowhere near that. We were making for every pound of boost probably about 3 or 4 horsepower.
Working on a flow bench, Sub-Zero designed a very efficient custom plenum. The result is a hefty 412 horsepower at the rear wheels, or around 530 at the engine. So, what's the secret?
On the outside, everyone can probably see and say, yeah, I can make one of these, that's fine. It's what's inside that really counts, and that's what we really keep secret to ourselves. We've used 3-inch piping off the actual turbo into the intercooler and used 3-inch piping out of the intercooler into the plenum, and everyone says, oh, it's too laggy, it doesn't work, but 10.6, it must work. It's got so much more potential in it that we can't really push anymore because it's for sale, so we can't really develop any more onto it. And if anyone's interested, we do these packages for $15,500, drive in, drive out, guaranteed 10-second packages. You couldn't ask for anything better. You like it? Oh, it's just awesome. There's 220 k's out there just holding it from side to side. I'm not going to back off, no way. Alright, we'll do some more drifting.
Around the Darlington Park track, Mick was having a great time leaving huge tyre marks over a previously clean piece of bitumen, until he pushed a little too hard and nearly flattened some trees. If you look carefully, you'll see our director running for his life to get out of Mick's way. While he still had a car in one piece, we thought drag strip testing might be a safer option. Just as well, another Sub-Zero customer brought his car along for comparison. Peter's Commodore VL Calais runs a Nissan RB30 engine and another GCG turbo. On the Brisbane Auto Salon dyno, it produced impressive power, with help from some heavy ballast. With 466.5 horsepower at the wheels, it betters the Skyline by 54 horsepower. On the strip, the two cars are very evenly matched, though equally slow off the line, lighting up the tyres around 70 k's an hour. The Skyline eventually pulled ahead, but neither were running to their full potential. Mick was rather pleased, so he did a victory burnout. Just a small one. After realising he'd left the coffee boiling in the boot, Mick decided to follow his victory burnout with a warm-up burnout for the next race. Meanwhile, Peter had a plan.
I'll stall it up higher.
It seemed to work. After a more even start, the Calais put its power down better and took the win. On the replay, you can see the Calais comes on boost quicker, and Peter never looks back. Not too concerned, Mick moved on to runner-up burnouts, just for variety. Remember, don't try this at home. Do it at someone else's place. And did we mention it's not actually Mick's car?
Now, Dave, it's your car. What do you think of what you just saw?
It's very impressive, yes.
You don't usually get to see chunks of rubber like that remade again. It must have got pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
But Mick sure knows how to make a girl happy too.
So soft.